What if you could build a stronger, more focused business with just 6 books? Well, the EOS library provides exactly that, giving you the tools you need to structure, lead, and grow a successful business. In today's video, I'll walk you through 6 of the must-read books in the EOS library. I'll explain what you'll learn from each of them and share the best order to read them in. Hey Peak Life Tribe, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing on in the playlist, which is all about EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. And specifically in this video, all about the 6 most impactful books for you to read. These books have transformed the way that we run our business and the way that I personally run my team, giving us the clarity and structure needed to create lasting change. So let's dive in. First up, we have Traction. This is the foundational book and the essential guide to what EOS is all about. It's filled with tools and frameworks that you can start using today to help improve your business. For example, one of the most powerful is the Vision Traction Organizer, known as the VTO. This has helped us clarify our company's vision with what we're trying to do, what impact we're making in the world, and how we'll get there. It also provides a great tool that you can share with your team to make sure everyone's rowing in the same direction. This book is your go-to guide to setting up EOS successfully and ultimately creating a business that's built to last. When I first read Traction, I was struck by how practical it was. It's not just theory. Instead, it's full of practical tools and frameworks that you can start applying. Every chapter as I read, I was like, oh, we need to start doing that. This is where we're having problems. And after you read Traction, I recommend you do what I did and share it with other members of your senior leadership team. And once everyone's on board, start by filling out your own Vision Traction Organizer. This includes defining your company's long-term picture, where you want to be 10 years out, your 3-year target of just a little in the future, what a great company will look like, your 1-year plan, what it'll actually take to start getting towards those long-term goals. And one of the most important steps is actually developing your core values, which EOS provides a great way to define these. This clarity of the VTO will be your North Star and it'll help you make decisions every single day. Next up is the book, Get a Grip. This book shows EOS in action through the story of a fictional company implementing EOS. It makes the EOS concept come to life by showing real challenges, wins, and setbacks along the way. I remember when I read Get a Grip and thinking, oh, this is exactly like us. They're going through the same struggles. They're facing the same decision setbacks that we had. In this book, you're able to see how each part of the EOS framework plays out in a real life scenario, making it much easier to relate to the triumphs and setbacks that you're likely to face. A great part of this is if you're facing resistance or uncertainty, this book will show you that you're not alone. And as a bonus, it's a very easy and enjoyable read. One lesson from Get a Grip is the importance of perseverance. Change is hard and it doesn't happen overnight. But by being able to see the big picture and to stick with it, you know that there'll be light at the end of the tunnel. So I recommend you can use examples from this book to help keep your team motivated and create the clarity of why you're doing this big change. And once you understand the core concepts of EOS, well then we have Rocketfuel, which introduces the 2 most critical roles of leadership, and that is the visionary and the integrator. The visionary is usually the founder of the company, the president who has all the big crazy dreams, but typically not the filter to know how to turn them into results. On the other hand, you have the integrator. And this is like the CEO, the person who does the day-to-day decision making and making sure these projects stay on track. Rocketfuel helped me understand that you need both of these. You need the visionary and the integrator to come together in a synergy. And it also made me realize that we had some holes to fill in our accountability chart. Well, on one hand, we might have some great ideas. We often lack the filter and the ability to start executing on them. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or like something's missing in your leadership team, then this book is a game changer. A great takeaway from this is to find out whether you're more on the visionary side or the integrator side. And you can do this through the quiz that's provided in the book. And then if you're one or the other, look for someone who complements your skills and is on the other side of the fence. Because having the right partner in leadership will multiply your impact and either provide you with the ideas to move to the next level or keep you on track so that you can actually execute the big ideas that you have. With the basics in place, the next step is mastering leadership. The book, How to Be a Great Boss, focuses on building trust accountability, and motivation throughout your organization. It's a guide for leaders that want to empower their employees and not just micromanage them. This book provided me with tons of practical tips on creating a culture of accountability in a way that's fair and effective. It's all about creating an environment where people want to do their best every day. So for anyone that's in a leadership role, I highly recommend this book because it will really take your leadership and management to the next level. After reading this, you can start by giving your team much clearer expectations. And remember, regular check-ins and feedback sessions is a great way to help build trust and accountability. The tools and how to be a great boss will help you create a team that's motivated and aligned to your company's long-term goals and vision. And now that you're equipped to lead, it's time to get your team fully engaged and enrolled with the EOS ecosystem. The book, What the Heck is EOS, is specifically written to help onboard your employees into the way of EOS. It breaks down the EOS concepts in simple terms that helps everyone understand their role in the system. This book answers all the common questions that an employee might have about what is EOS and how will it affect me. I highly recommend giving this book to all your team leads and eventually to all your team members so that everyone can understand where you're going as an organization. Because when everyone understands the why and the how behind EOS, you get a team that's not just following orders, but instead one that's actively engaged in the process. So your actionable takeaway after reading this book is to use it as a resource for onboarding team members to the EOS ecosystem, so that right from day one, everyone knows where they're going and why. This way they can understand exactly how they will contribute to the company's goals and direction. And finally, we have the EOS Life, which focuses on creating balance and fulfillment of your own personal life as you grow your business. It's all about designing a life that fits your own values, allowing you to achieve professional success without sacrificing your personal fulfillment and happiness. Reading the EOS Life was a wake-up call for me because I realized all the same principles that we're applying to a business also applies to your life. This book teaches you that you don't just have to live a life. Instead, you can build a life that you love with people that you love while making a difference in the world and earning a great living. So your takeaway for this is to really reflect on what matters to you, both professionally and personally. You can use the principles in the EOS Life to set boundaries, delegate effectively, and design a life that brings you fulfillment beyond just your business. And I suggest you do what I did, and that is create long-term goals for what your life should look like, and then a scorecard to measure this on a weekly or daily basis to make sure that you're progressing towards what you said is most important. To recap, here are the EOS books in the order I recommend you reading. Start with Traction to learn the fundamentals of EOS. Then move to Get a Grip to see how EOS will play out in real life scenarios and to get an understanding of what you're signing up for. Then we have Rocketfuel to learn about the most powerful dual in business, which is the visionary and integrator. Next, we have How to Be a Great Boss, which provides practical tools for effective leadership. And then use What the Heck is EOS to get your entire team enrolled. And finally, the EOS Life, to make sure that you're not just having business success, but you're also living a life full of fulfillment and happiness. Each book builds on the last, taking you from the basics of EOS to implementing it into your own life. So whether you're already on your journey of implementing EOS, or you're just trying to discover a better way to run your business, then these books will provide tremendous value to you and your team. And now if you're ready to dive into the EOS library, I've provided links down below to each one of these books. Start with Traction and then work your way through. Each one will provide more and more depth and understanding for how to transform your business into one that you love working in. So please consider subscribing so that you stay up to date with my more in-depth videos on these books and our implementation journey for EOS. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one up here.